Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a full body outdoors workout that will get you in great shape if you do it consistently. So get ready because this is going to be epic. In this video, I am going to show you how to do a full body functional workout outside using your body weight alone for resistance / weight and simple everyday objects that you can find pretty much anywhere. The following is a sample workout that I have found to be very effective for great overall health and fitness. It uses stamina, endurance, strength, and power bodyweight exercises to achieve the good results that will in every way prepare you for real life. If you do this workout routine consistently, daily activities such as traveling, carrying things, working, or even interacting with other people will become easier and more enjoyable. It will also have a great positive impact on your self-confidence, the quality of your sleep, your appetite, and if you're married, your sex life. Very important, guys. When it comes to exercising, location is key. You have to make sure that you always choose a place that you love and also has in it everything that you will need to exercise. The place that you choose can either have a great positive impact on your motivation level or a negative one. If you pick a place that you love being in, you will only feel very inspired to exercise. As you will see in the next clip, for the first part of this workout routine, which is the warm-up, I chose to run, and for this video I couldn't think of a better place for me to run in than here because it's very scenic. There's also plenty of flat open space around which I can use to exercise. If you'd like me to recommend some nice places for you to run and exercise in where you live, just let me know in the comments section and I'd be happy to do that for you. Another very important thing before you work out is to choose the right time of the day and be mindful of the weather. Hey guys, I am here in the Henry Hudson Trail in the Atlantic Highlands area of New Jersey. I chose this place to come here to exercise in it today because I personally love this place. It always inspires me to want to be outdoors more and exercise. And number two, because it also has in it mostly everything that I'm going to need to do the warm-up part of the exercise routine, which is going to be the run that you are going to see next, and also some of the upper body and the core exercises. The last part of the full body outdoors workout routine, which is the lower body / hip and leg exercises, I will do in another location. Please keep this order that we are going to follow here in mind. You may even want to write it down because this is the order that you should always follow throughout a workout. This order is the proper way to train muscles which complement each other in the best balanced way. Whether you do it all in one shot like I will be doing here, that is a full body workout, or you split the muscle groups and work them out at different times throughout the week, which is also fine. If you want to learn more about this, see the links in the description box that talk about it. Okay, Now it's time for the first part of the full body outdoors exercise routine, which is the warm-up run. Before running, you want to make sure that you focus on relaxation, breathing, and stretching. Starting right leads to lasting longer when you run, whereas starting wrong leads to the opposite, and it is also a big reason for discouragement. Now, during the run, you want to make sure that you are running using proper posture. You want to make sure that you are running light, not carrying any excess baggage. You want to make sure that your shoelaces are tied well, if possible. You might have to tie them over twice. You want to make sure that you are wearing proper light clothing, nothing that is going to make you feel like you are suffocating. And you might want to carry some additional accessory for ease. By that I mean some kind of waistband or something that's going to help you carry, for example, your phone or a water bottle. Another very important thing is you want to make sure that you are free of distractions. You also want to make sure that you have a proper music playlist. A playlist that's filled with songs that you like, songs that make you feel happy, and upbeat music that's going to encourage you to run and exercise. Also, you want to make sure that you always run from flat to high or low always first. Also, you want to avoid unnecessary movements and turns while running. Use your energy only to run at a normal steady pace, nothing else. Also, focus on running quietly unless you're focusing on specifically increasing your lungs' air intake capacity, as this can slow you down. In the intro part to this video, you saw me getting ready, then walking my way to the starting point of this run. There's a reason for that. I believe that you should always walk your way into your run. Never just get right to it. The reason why is because the walk before the run prepares your body for running. It helps to activate all of the muscles in your body that you will be using for running and aligns your breathing with your body's movements, which is very important when it comes to running effectively. When doing this part of the full body outdoor exercise workout, remember to choose a warm-up activity that will train your endurance and stamina. Consider this part of the exercise routine your cardio. It can be running, biking, hiking, walking, playing a sport, etc. Today, I have chosen running because it is my personal favorite when it comes to warming up before exercising. Regardless of which activity you choose for your warm-up, you have to make sure that you do it at a normal pace and for an extended period of time or over a long distance, so that you don't use up all of your strength and energy and at the same time build up your endurance and stamina. So for example, if you choose to bike, you should do so for several miles at a normal speed where you're not using too much energy or strength. Or if you choose to hike or walk, you should also do those activities for an extended period of time or over a long distance at a normal pace, where you're not using up too much energy and strength and have to stop short of completing the workout routine because of that. Hey guys, so I just got to the end of the run, and right now I'm going to start cooling down, because at the end of your run, the next thing that you have to do is you have to cool down. So I'm simply just gonna walk around this parking lot that you see here. Thank you for watching part 1 of the full body outdoors exercise video. I hope that this video has been of great use for you and a big source of encouragement to go out there and start exercising. Please go through the links provided in the description below to learn more about proper exercise structure, and let me know if you'd like me to recommend some nice places in the New York and New Jersey areas for you to go exercise in. Lastly, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends and family so they too can achieve their fitness goals. Stay tuned for part 2 of the full body outdoors workout. in which I will show you how to do the upper body exercises. Okay guys, so you just saw me do the first part of the full body outdoors exercise workout, which is the run, and then you saw me cool off right here. Now you're gonna see me do the second part of the workout, which is the upper body exercises. To be more specific, I am talking about your chest, shoulders, triceps, and your back muscles. By the way, guys, the shirt that I am wearing it in honor of my brother Lucas, who went to be with the Lord a while back, and Lucas was a great guy. God used him a lot to inspire me to do this. That is, allowing God to inspire you through me. Now, some basic tips. Whenever you do any of the exercises that you're going to see me do, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using the right posture. I will not be talking much about that in this video, but you can go online and do your own research and learn about the right posture for the different exercises that you're going to see me doing here. But one thing that I can say to you is that you want to make sure that you always keep your back straight, and you want to make sure that you always keep your head, shoulders, hips, and knees in alignment with one another. Another very important thing is your breathing. Every time that you are in the relaxation phase of an exercise, you breathe in. When you are exerting strength, that is what people who study exercise call the concentric phase of an exercise. You want to breathe out. So let me show you what it looks like here. Let's say when I do a push-up, which is going to be the first upper body chest exercise that you're gonna see me do here, this is how you want to breathe. So I will start from here. As I push myself off the ground, I breathe out. As I return to the starting position, I breathe in. Now, if you're wondering about the tempo of exercising, how fast or slow should you be doing your exercises, I will say that anytime that you are returning to the start position, that is the relaxation part of the exercise, you want to do so in a normal, controlled manner. So something like this. You know, you don't want to do it too fast, unless of course you're doing like cardio exercises. In that case, that's okay. But you want to focus on maintaining the right posture, keeping your back straight, right? And you want to make sure that you're breathing in a very relaxed manner as you return to start. Now, when you exert strength, if you want to focus on endurance, you want to do so in a moderate, not too fast, but not too slow pace. So for example, right? Now, if you want to focus on building strength and power, then you should exert strength at a much faster pace, because you want to make sure that you're using every part of your muscles to achieve the exertion of that strength. So it should look something like this. One good way for you to be able to do this is to, let's say for example, you're doing a push-up. Pretend that you want to push yourself up off the ground, kind of like jump using your hands off the ground. Or let's say you're doing a squat, right? If you want to focus on building strength and power when you do the squat, what you want to do is this. I mean, I'm not saying you should jump, but you should pretend that you want to jump off the ground, because that's the right strength that you need to achieve strength and power. Now, there are other muscles that I will not be covering in this exercise video. The reason why is because in order for you to target those muscles, you have to use either weights or you have to improvise. So for example, you have to find a heavy rock or a log in order for you to be able to target those muscles, because there is really no way for you to target those muscles through body weight exercises. However, the exercises that I am going to be showing you here, I guarantee will work out every single muscle of your body, because I made sure to include in this workout routine compound exercises that use every single muscle in your body. Yes, even the ones that you need to improvise or use weights in order to target. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna teach you how to do the first upper body chest exercise in this video, which is the push-up. As you see here behind me, you want to find a nice clearing wherever you are, a place that is not too rocky or where you don't see a lot of things lying around. You want to make sure that it's flat and empty. The reason why is because you want to make sure that your body is balanced, okay? So if you have something in the way, what's gonna happen is that one arm might be either too low or too high in comparison to the other, and that's gonna create a muscular imbalance when you exercise. You don't wanna do that, so make sure that you find a nice clear space like the one that you see here, which you can find pretty much anywhere. Now, in this exercise video, I am only going to do 5 repetitions per exercise, because I just want you guys to see how they're done. I'm not trying to do this exercise routine myself at this time. If I were to be doing this exercise routine as part of my weekly exercise regimen, then I will probably do 1 or 2 sets till failure. By that I mean until I can't no more. Now, if you're a beginner, I recommend simply doing 1 set per exercise till failure. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's go and do some push-ups. Okay guys, so the next upper body triceps exercise that I am going to do is called the diamond push-up. The reason why it's called the diamond push-up is because you're going to position your arms and hands in a way that when your index finger and your thumbs meet, it forms a diamond such as you see me doing here. Okay guys, so you just saw me do the second part of the full body outdoors exercise routine. That is your chest, shoulders, and triceps exercises. I just did a push-up, I did an inverted bench shoulder press, and the alternative for people who are just starting out, and I also did diamond push-ups. Remember to look at the links that I have provided in the comments box if you would like to learn more about the proper form for these exercises, or if you would like to see other exercises that you can do to target these specific muscle groups. Now, in a different location, more specifically a park close to where I live, the one that I showed you guys in the recent update, I am going to do the back exercises. That is part of the second part of the full body outdoors workout routine. That is your upper body exercises. The reason why I'm going to go there is because there are monkey bars, which you are going to need to do these back exercises. Hey guys, so right now I'm walking to Jackson Avenue Park. This is a beautiful park close to where we live. I like this park because it has in it everything that I am going to need to show you guys how to do the rest of the upper body exercises, which are the back exercises. I'm gonna be using the monkey bars in the playground here. And I'm also going to do here the last part of the full body outdoor exercise routine, which are the hip and leg exercises. So let me show you guys the monkey bars that I am going to be using to do our back exercises. So I'm gonna be using these to do chin-ups. And I will be using this one here to do the exercise called inverted rows. All right guys, so it's time to do the first back exercise, the inverted row. It's really simple. All that you have to do is hang underneath a horizontal bar such as the one that you see here and pull yourself to it. Now, when you do this exercise, if you want to add more resistance, you simply have to keep your legs straight on top of something. Here, I will be doing it in such a way that I will not be using a lot of resistance. I am going to use my legs for support. So you're gonna see what I'm talking about in just a few. Okay guys, let's do it. You want to make sure that your arms are not too far apart from one another, just about shoulder widths apart. And now you're simply going to slide forward and let your body hang under the bar. In this case, I'm gonna be using my lower legs for support. So pay attention to what I'm doing here. Again, make sure that your back is straight. Keep your head straight, looking straight up, and pull yourself up to the bar. when you finish, you can simply sit down, or you can push your weight back up. All right, guys, now let's do some chin-ups. Chin-ups are amazing when it comes to developing back strength. It is one of the best back exercises that you can possibly do. All right, guys, so when you start doing chin-ups, and by the way, the difference between a chin-up and a pull-up is that when you do chin-ups, you position your hands like this, where your palms are facing you. When you do pull-ups, your palms face outward. Now, whenever you do chin-ups, you always want to start from all the way down at the bottom. For every exercise, you should be using full range of motion. That means that you're gonna start all the way from the starting point and work your way all the way to the end of that exercise. So for example, don't do what a lot of people do. They do this. Whenever they do chin-ups, they simply do this. That's not full range of motion. What you want to do is this. All the way. I'm gonna teach you how you can make sure that you are using full range of motion. So this is the proper way to do a chin-up. First thing you wanna do is you want to make sure that your hands are positioned about shoulder width apart. Okay, it has to feel good, it has to feel natural. Now, what I like to do is this. I'm simply going to bend my knees and I'm going to let my body go down as much as possible. So I'm gonna let gravity pull me all the way down. Until I feel a stretch in my back and the lat muscles. Okay? Now, once my body is all the way at the bottom and I feel that stretch in my lats, those are the two triangular shaped muscles in the back, what a lot of people call the wings. That's when I'm going to start pulling myself up using those back muscles. As you're pulling yourself up, you need to start the movement with your back muscles, not your elbows. Okay, so watch the movement here. What I'm going to do is that I'm gonna first engage my scapula and I am going to pull my shoulders down as I use my lats to pull my body up. By the way, guys, you want to make sure that when your body is all the way at the bottom, when you feel that stretch in your lats, that you then bend your lower leg and you want to interlock your feet behind your butt. Take a look at what I'm doing. And you want to do it slowly. That's the proper way to do chin-ups. So there you go, guys. You just saw me do the second part of the full body outdoors workout routine. That is the upper body exercises. Now I'm gonna be showing you the next part, the third part of this amazing full body outdoors exercise routine. which is your core exercises. By the core, I am talking about your abdominal area. That is the part that connects your hips to your torso and allows your spine to move in different directions. If you are the type of person who does not like to lay on bare ground, such as you see here around me, grass, dirt, or sand, or even concrete, asphalt, then I suggest bringing along with you an exercise mat. Just make sure that you don't bring one that is too thick, as that can take away from the full benefit of these exercises. You don't want to have an exercise mat that is too well cushioned. You want to have one that is pretty much solid, that when you lay flat on it, your back feels flat, not that it is absorbing the shape of your back. The first core exercise that I am going to do is the basic crunch. Now, when you do a crunch, you want to just do a crunch. You don't want to do a full sit-up like a lot of people do. The reason why is because there's nothing wrong with doing a full sit-up, but when you do a full sit-up, you are also using your hip flexors. Your hip flexors are those muscles that help you bring your knee up close to your chest. We are going to do that in the last part of this full body outdoors workout, which has to do with the hips and legs. So we don't want to yet use those muscles now, because we don't want to use the energy for this part of the exercise now. If you do decide to do full sit-ups, just make sure that later on you do not do any exercises that involve you flexing your hips, as that is going to wear you out. Again, guys, like I said earlier when I did the inverted bench shoulder press, you want to make sure that the area where you are going to be doing your crunches is completely free from any obstacles. You want to make sure that there are no twigs and sticks in the way, no rocks, as that can injure you. Now the crunch is very simple, as you're gonna see me do here. You want to keep your arms just like this. Okay, you want to touch the side or back of your head. You want to keep your chin in line with your chest, and you're simply going to crunch. After you do these basic crunches, then you're going to do a reverse crunch in order to target the lower part of your rectus abdominis. That is what people call here the pack. When you do this exercise, the reverse crunch, the key is to make sure that as you bring your hips up off the ground, your knees are in front of your hips. So watch me do it here. I'm actually going to start from that position where I'm gonna have my knees in front of my hips. And that's how you wanna start too. By the way, you gotta keep your arms relaxed right next to the sides of your body. Now, if you have problems bringing your knees up that high, I suggest you stretch well first. I know you see a lot of people simply lifting their legs up off the ground. What that does is it trains your abs, but isometrically, kind of as in the plank exercise. It's not contracting dynamically. Your abdominals are not folding, they are just tightening. So it's kind of like strengthening your abdominals as if they were a wall, kind of like what boxers do, you know, so that they can have those shock absorbing abs. Now, after you do the reverse crunches, you're going to go back to doing the basic crunches, but this time you are going to engage your obliques. The way you're gonna do that is you're gonna lay down flat on the floor. You're gonna bring your knees up to the level of your hips, and you're going to turn both of your legs to either the left or the right. Okay, now guys, as the final part of your core exercises, I am going to show you how to do the reverse crunches to the sides, because you want to make sure that you are hitting every single part of your abdominal area. Okay, so I try my best in this video to show you how your legs have to move. So pay attention, and I'm gonna show you here. So just like the reverse crunch, first thing you do after you lie flat on the floor is you bring your knees up in front of your hips. That's to make sure that you engage your lower abs. And you do the following. I'm gonna first target the left part of my lower abs, okay? Now I'm going to target the right side of my lower abs. Now I know, guys, that for beginners this exercise can be really tough. However, the reason why it's tough is because it's super effective. So you want to keep doing this exercise until you become good at it. Okay guys, so this next exercise that I'm going to do is the last core exercise, and it is called the back extension, or as some people like to call it, the back raise. As you can see, I am doing this exercise in our backyard, and the reason why is because I forgot to do this when I did the other core exercises last time. Now I am going to show you how it is done. A lot of people don't know this, but it is important to know that the muscle that extends the back, that is the muscle that allows you to do this. It's called the Erector Spinae muscle. It's also part of your core, because your core is everything here between your hips and your chest. So that muscle allows your trunk to go back or extend. So it's very important that when you do core exercises, you also train your lower back. If all you do is crunches or sit-ups and you never train your lower back, then what happens is you end up having a very strong abdominal area, but a weak lower back, which in itself can have a lot of bad consequences like lower back pain, etc. Okay, so this exercise is really simple. All that you have to do is simply lie flat on the floor on your stomach. You want to keep your head straight, and you want to keep your hands lock behind your lower back like this. Then, when you're ready, all that you have to do is simply lift your trunk up off the ground as high as you can. And there you have it, guys. Now I'm going to walk over to this place. This little basketball court that you see here. And this is where I am going to do the last part of the full body outdoor exercise routine, which are the hip and leg exercises. This spot is great because the ground is pretty much flat. Whenever you do hip or leg exercises, you want to make sure that you're doing so on a flat surface. Okay guys, so now we are going to do some hip exercises. The first hip exercise that you should do is called the glute bridge. Let me show you how it's done. So you basically just lay down flat on the ground, bend your knees, and leave your arms on the floor at all times. And what you're gonna do is that you're going to push your hips off the ground. That's it. After you do the glute bridge, then you're going to do some exercises for your hip flexors. So this one is called the knee raise. When you do this exercise, just make sure that your legs are never touching the ground until the end. Okay, so now this exercise is like doing a lunge where you take a step forward, except that in this exercise, which is called a split squat, you're going to be stationary. So you're gonna stay in one place all throughout the exercise. When you do this exercise, you have two options. If you want to target the muscles of the back part of your lower body, such as your glutes and your hamstrings, then you should keep the distance between your legs far apart. So you want to keep a wider stance, something like this. Now, if you want to target the muscles in the front part of your legs, like your quadriceps, then the distance has to be shorter. Something like this. For this exercise routine, I am going to be targeting through this exercise the quadriceps. That is the muscles in the front part of my legs. The reason why is because in the warm-up part, and in some of the other exercises that I have already done, I've already significantly targeted the muscles in the back part of my legs. So now I want the emphasis to go to the muscles in the front part of my legs, the quads. So let me show you how it's done. And do the same thing with the other leg. All right, guys. Lastly, you want to do some calf raises. Calf raises are extremely simple. This is how you do them. Keep your body straight and just stand up on the front part of your feet. All right, guys, so there you have it. Now you know how to do a full body outdoors exercise workout using only your own body weight and monkey bars for resistance. Remember the 4 parts of the workout. You have the warm up, in which you can run, walk, hike, bike, or play a sport for some time. The second part, that has to do with your upper body exercises. The third part, which has to do with your core exercises. And the fourth and last part, that is your hips and leg exercises. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you keep up with some future videos that I will be releasing, God willing.